Hi everyone, welcome back to Star Wars Visions. This is the sixth episode, T0-B1. T0-B1. So I guess that's a droid's name. I wonder, is this gonna be a droid episode? Kind of hard to imagine, like if they do a full-on droid episode in anime style. that would be interesting. Anyway, let's start this episode. T0-B1. Okay, it is really Obi-Wan. Also, this scientist is like typical anime scientist. Okay, I have a lot of flashback in different old-fashioned animes. So it's gonna be about a humanoid droid. Is this Tatooine again? You know, there are other planets in the universe besides Tatooine, just saying. So they're all the droids created by designers. Wow, that's kind of cute to have like big family full of droids. Clouds in the sky and there's green on the land. Oh, they're trying to change the planets. Oh, they're changing to be like, wow. What a dream. It's war. This sounds a little bit like Rapunzel. Oh, it's a droid that wants to be a Jedi. Interesting concept. Because, you know, the Jedi is the essence of being a Jedi, is a connection to the Force. I love this animation sequence. That was so stylish and so cool. The concept of Jedi is based on like communication with the Force. Can someone who doesn't have the Force use a lightsaber and be a Jedi? Interesting question. Wow, I really like the background arts for this episode. How how a droid can do that? Even droids? Like the Force is presenting everything, but even droids? At some point, I think they count a life form, but how would that work? Can you imagine like R2 or Chopper having Force? They would be unstoppable. Why do we have this line almost every episode? Oh no. Oh no. Is this Vader? Or almost Vader? Inquisitor, okay. He is a Jedi. One that's hiding. Oh no. Oh no. Is all destroyed? Oh no. The plant. He has all the knowledge and... Oh, but that's so lonely. He's never seen life before. Oh my... The crystal was inside of him. Oh no. Wow, the red lining. Oh wow. This Inquisitor basically has like a bucket head. It's not even a joke. Oh, it's Toby. I somehow didn't realize this. That's a knighting ceremony? creating explosion. Oh, the tiny droids. Oh no. Oh, those tiny droids. No! Is that like the Jedi symbol in his eyes for a second? I think there are a lot of like hidden frames with using the play of colors that's like doing really good. It's like, okay, I'm fine.
困ってる惑星を助けるんだ。それがジェダイだからね。
That's such a cute episode. Firstly, I love the animation. Like beside character, there's a lot of background stuff. They really played with the animation. There's a lot of frame in there that's have hidden images and like hidden like light effects that's really increase like intensity of the scene and just make it look amazing. Also, just the background, the style itself, I love it. I love what they did with the animation. The action is also fluent and it's really cute design as well. Back to the story itself, it's a quite interesting concept to let a droid be a Jedi, because we know the Jedi, how does the old prequel area know someone's a Jedi? They count the midichlorian count, which is, like, people are angry about it because that's not supposed to be how it works. That's exactly the point. It's not supposed to be the count. It's supposed to be your communication with the Force. That's how Palpatine has a lower count that just doesn't make the Jedi and becomes one of the greatest Sith, like, in history, almost wiped out all the Jedis, right? So it doesn't really matter how high your count is. And here, a droid that is not supposed to be a Jedi, because the communication with the Force, with the universe, but then again, the professor said, every living thing in this universe is connected to the Force. So does it include the droid? If the droid is strong enough to have their own conscious, do they count as a living thing? What's the differences between the human and the droid by that point if both have self-conscious? You know, if you really break down human brains, we function almost the same way as machines, just in a different way. We have inputs, we have outputs, we have process period. We learn from the around us. The machines right now both stupid and cleverer than us. They can calculate something really, really fast, but also they need us to teach them how to do the learning process. But they're developing super fast, and like break down the logic, we are essentially the same. So do droids have the conscious enough to have the connection with the Force? Here in this episode, they propose the idea of the droid have this connection with Professor, that he creates this emotion within him, and through this emotion, he is able to connect to the planet, to the world, to the universe, to Force. It's like when he was happy, he's careless, he tried to find the crystal as a physical object, he couldn't find it. But afterwards, when he realized everything's lost, he decided to stay there and finish the dream. He decided to defend the dream, to use a lightsaber and become an actual Jedi. That's the moment he tried to communicate with himself. And within himself, he found the voice of the professor, and he found the Kyber crystal, which is within him the whole time. And that's a great concept. If we try to talk about all the technical stuff around it, the theory, how it works, it's probably not going to make sense. But this is a concept of how character growth can work, even on a droid. How a droid, being a creation, can learn emotion through experience, can create a connection with others, and essentially create a link with the world and become a living thing. In this case, the fun thing that the Inquisitor is designed to be similar to Darth Vader, of course, but he is so heavy, his movements are rigid. He, in this case, is probably a living being, but is acting more like a droid, following the order, trying to also be very menacing. Just his footsteps feels like a gigantic robot, gigantic droid, just trying to move around and hunt Jedi down. You know, the contrast of the main character is a droid, but being be more human than the Inquisitor is a great idea of showing how the living force, how a living individual he has become. I feel like I'm like rambling a lot, but I truly love the message that this episode has. And the fact that the doctor, I didn't realize he was armless for the most part because he was like working on the scientific projects, and he's also always in the background. I was really focusing on Toby, the tiny droid. Then like later I realized when he's using the force, he's just using his body. I was like, wait a second, you can use the force like that? Also shows he's probably very strong with the force. I have no doubt that the lightsaber he gave to Toby is probably his own, and he couldn't use it anymore. He want Toby to be strong enough to actually be able to use it. I feel like that's also like the task he have given. I hope he has given for the tiny droid, that one day you can become human enough, you can find the link, find the force within you to find that crystal. That was an amazing episode. I love the message. I love the execution. I love like the character growth. The only complaint is like I feel like this can be much longer. Give me 30 minutes. The fight can be longer. The character growth can be longer. We can see more cute moments between them. They can be a whole show between those two. And also somehow that like the tiny droid itself being all alone and decide to pick up everything, continue the research, and finally see the cloud, see the rain, and see the plants growing up makes me really sad. Like the loneliness he must have felt, and he trying to pick up all the pieces, all the tiny mini droids around him, trying to fix them and try to pick up finish the dream, try to pick up where the doctor has left off. That's a great moment for me. I almost have like tears in my eyes just to watch him like working, trying to bring everything back. Yeah, so I really love this episode a lot. Tell me what you think. And we have 3 episodes left. They are all amazing so far, and can't wait to watch more. See you in the next episode. Bye.